Hello, everybody. Okay, so make your own trivia game is actually one of the more fun activities that I think we do personally. I use this all the time when I'm teaching. So you are going to work in partners if you would like. If you'd like to do this alone, you're welcome to do that as well. But basically, you're going to be making a screen like this. So if you've ever watched Jeopardy, that's basically all this is. And when you go to click on it. When you click on it, it takes you in here. So TV characters for 100, who lives in pineapple under the sea, and then you click here to see the answer, and it takes you to the answer. And the answer is SpongeBob. Then you click here to go back to the game board, and that takes you back. So it's just like a series of hyperlinks to go around and around as you answer it. So the reason why it's pairs is because, as you can see, you're going to have to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 questions and answers. So it's always easier for people to come up with questions and answers together. Now, I do want to caution you that please make your trivia general knowledge trivia. We've had students who are like, say, like really into like Lord of the Rings, and they do like really obscure topics. Don't do that, because we will go through your whole game and nobody will get anything at all. Nobody will know what to do. So just make it kind of general interest, general knowledge. Okay, so you are going to we're going to call this game show. I've just opened up another one. So we're going to have 52 slides. We're going to have slide 1 where it's going to be the author. Slide 2 is going to be the game board. We saw that down there. And then 3 to 52 are going to be the question and answer slides. So we're just going to kind of do a few new slides. Now I'm not going to do too many right now because I want to get the formatting first, and then I'm just going to copy and paste. So I've just got a few extra ones here. So this guy here, you get to decide on the title, whatever it is. Like this is going to be your slide number 1 is going to be your like welcome to blah blah blah. Slide number 2 is going to be your game board. So in here, I think we are going to right click on it and we are going to choose a new layout, and that layout will be blank, and that just erases all of the other stuff on it. Now we are going to go to our insert tab and we are going to insert a table, and we want 6 rows and 5 columns. So that's 6 down and 5 across. Okay. Yeah. And we're just going to make that a little bit bigger and just kind of center that, move it around a little bit. There we go. So that's our game board basically. And then we want to definitely give it a nice style. So again, you're in your table design tab. You can pick whatever kind of style you prefer. You have an affinity for. I don't mind. And then you want to center align all the text. So I'm going to highlight everything here. I'm going to go back to my home. I'm going to just make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to center align everything in here. And I am going to, I don't know, I'll start with, you can pick whatever you'd like for fonts. Maybe do like Arial, but black, so it's nice and thick. We can definitely do that in there. And yeah, let's see our table design. What I would like to do is put all borders around because I like to have them definitely there. I also really like the beveled edge. So I think I'm going to go with a bevel like that. Okay. So you guys kind of, I think you get to pick that one. So you just get to design whatever you'd like for your game board. This is going to kind of be my game board here. So the first row is going to be your question category. So I'm in here. So this is like your topic. So like say baking. Oh, and look at this. So I did not center align it up and down. So I'm going to go back to my home page and I'm going to go in this guy here. No, I'm not going to. Where is this guy? Sorry, I've gone off topic here. Hang on a second. Sorry, it takes me a minute. So, okay, so we're going to go into our layout group, and this is where we kind of find it. So I've already center aligned it. I got that on my homepage, but we're going to middle it. So I can do that. Say dogs, planets, days of the week, something like that, and music. There. So I've got all that now. The formula for Jeopardy is just to go like 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. Then because I'm lazy, I'm going to highlight all of my text. I'm going to control copy, and I'm going to control V, control V, control V, control V, because yeah, I am really, really lazy. Okay, now the next thing that we want to do is, before we do any more hyperlinking or anything else, is go down to the next slide here. And I am going to go slide 3 to 51 are odd, 4 to 52 are even. And we want to, does it tell us questions should not be multiple choice, a slide, so they just kind of tell you blah, 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 blah. Okay, so from this point on, we're kind of easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to choose my layout as being blank for right now. I'm going to insert a shape, and my shape is going to be a an arrow, and I'm going to make that arrow right here, and I'm going to write in it, because this one is going to be my question one. So I'm going to hyperlink to here. And then from here, I want it to go to the answer, something like that, whatever you'd like it. You can make it pretty. You can give it a bigger outline. You can do, anything you like. I don't know why I always pick purple for my outline, and I'm going to make it a really big one. And if you felt like messing around with the text, you can do that as well. So to the answer, and maybe I'm going to make my text like a little bit bigger. Okay, so that is this. Now I'm going to grab this shape, and or what I can do right now is actually what I'll do is insert a text box here, because this is where I'm going to put the answer, and I might put another little shape up at the top. So maybe I will do an insert, and I'm going to do a shape, and I might do a cloud shape. And the reason why I'm going to do a cloud shape is going to be because this is where I'm going to put in that it is baking for 100. Okay. And once again, play around, make it look however you would like, do whatever text effects you would like to have on it, make it really stand out if you would like. Don't be like me where it's kind of boring. Be a little bit more exciting. Make it nice and big so the people in the audience can see it. Now, at this point, I'm going to say question. And I am going to take this slide, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste. What am I going to do? Copy and paste. Okay. So now I've got baking for 100, baking for 100. And then I go up here and I click and I go baking for 200. Okay. And then I'm going to paste again, and I'm going to go baking for 300 and paste, baking for 400 and paste, baking for 500. Okay. So, oops, daisy. So that's kind of how I cheat a little bit. Now, in all of these, I can always just click on these and redo the colors if I want. I can get as fancy as I want. And then I'm ready to put the question in here. Now, this does mean that we're going to have to move things around a little bit. Like we're going to be inserting the answers very shortly, and we're going to have to pop the answers in between here just to keep things even Steven. But I like to do this just because, well, I'm lazy. So we're going to go insert a new slide, and I'm going to do basically the same thing. I'm going to insert another shape. And this shape is going to be maybe like a sunshine shape, just because why not? And I'm going to write in here to main board or return to main board, whatever. So I know that we are going, if I can spell return correctly. So return to main board. So I know that from here, I'm going to click back into the main menu board, and I'm going to go up again because I'm lazy, and I'm going to control copy that guy, and I'm going to control paste that guy here. Now it just did this, but I'm going to say answer instead. Okay, so this slide and this slide are going to mesh with each other. And I just grab the slide holding down on my left mouse key. I'm going to move it up. So now I have baking question, baking answer right below it. And, I grabbed the wrong one. Hang on a second. Sorry, 2, 4, 6. Okay. So I'm just going to go up here. I messed that up. I apologize. So I'm going to move the answer here. I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to go control copy, and I'm going to come in here and control paste. Now I see what it's doing. It's being a jerk to me. Okay, so control copy there. I just had to maybe double click it a million times to get it to work, and control paste. So baking for 100. And on this slide here, I'm going to insert another text box here, and I'm going to write answer in here. Again, you can make your text as fancy and your your stuff as fancy as you want to make it. Like you can outline your shape. You can again put. I would definitely put maybe like a background color on it if you'd like. So format the background, I don't know, like a solid fill, and I get to pick the color. Always go with purple. I don't know why. Anyway, so you guys can do that and make these look, or your slides look, as pretty as possible. Okay. So now I've got a question, I've got an answer. The reason why I do two different ones, this one to an arrow and this one to a star, is just so it's easier for me when I start to make hyperlinks, because that is now what you do. Okay. So I'm going to go back up here, and what I need to do is when I click on this $100 cell, I need it to take me to this question right here. So what that is called, I'm going to go back to my insert, and I'm going to go to my link, because I want to insert a link. Okay. So as soon as I click down, it kind of drops me to a bunch of things that I've had open, but at the very bottom, it says insert link. So I'm going to click on that, and it gives you a few options. So insert to an existing file or web page, a place in this document, create a new document, or an email address. So we've done email addresses a lot when we have been working on other things, but for today, we want to go a place inside this document. And so where I want this one that I've highlighted to go is to slide number 3. So I'm going to click on slide number 3. It gives me a preview so I can make sure that it's baking 100, and I'm going to say okay. And you can see how it automatically underlines. That means that there is a hyperlink there. Just like when we do our email hyperlinks, it does that automatically. Now, this guy here, we want it to be hyperlinked to this one here. So I'm going to go through the exact same process again, back up to my links, or just to throw a curveball on you, if I've highlighted it, selected it, and I right click on it, one of the options is link. Okay, so that's a little shortcut. Now, once you start doing it placed in this document, it will remember where you go. So it will kind of default to place in the document. And where I want to go for this one, baking 100 goes to the answer, is slide number 4. Okay. And I say, okay. And now this guy will take me to this guy. Now, my last hyperlink in this one is from this guy back to the main board. So I'm going to go back up to my link. I'm going to go insert link, and I'm going to go back to number 2. Okay, so I'm going to say okay to that one. Now, what's interesting about this one is that this return to the main menu board is going to always go to the same spot. So the other ones kind of go to different spots all the time, but this one here will always take me back to the main menu board. So you can actually control copy and control paste this guy a whole bunch of times, and it should hyperlink for us. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly try this out. This guy here, I need to go, or I've highlighted here, and I'm going to go insert a link, and I'm going to go to the answer, which should be slide number 6, and I'm going to say okay. And up here, I'm going to go this guy here, and I'm going to go insert link, and I'm going to go to slide number 5, and I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to play it, and let's see if my hyperlinks work. So I'm going to go baking for 100, please. Baking for 100. Da, 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 da. Here's a question. As soon as I have answered the question, I'm going to go to the answer, and it takes me to the answer board. So the answer is going to be right in here. Then I'm going to click return to the main menu board, and it takes me back here where I get to pick another category. So I will pick my baking for 200, and look at that. Okay, so I might not have done this right, but let's see if I go here to the answer and then return to the main menu board. Now, I actually think I did do that right. I think what I accidentally did was I inserted a couple extra slides as I was going along. Yes, I did. So it went to the right one. I did the wrong one. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to go up here and fix this one so that it's slide 200. Oops. And I'm going to go down to my other slide for 200, and I'm going to delete that slide just because I know I was kind of goofy copying and pasting earlier. So I've got baking question for 100, baking answer for 2, or baking, sorry, question for 100, baking answer for 100. Then I'm going to go baking, because I did the wrong one, baking, be better than me, baking question for 200, baking answer for 200. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. And then I go 300 and 400. Now this one did a little bit funny here. I'm going to just redo this slide. I think it was because when I clicked on it, I actually clicked too far in it. It put the cursor down. So I'm going to highlight this one, and I'm going to insert this, and I'm going to say to the answer, which is on slide 6, and I'm going to say okay. And we're going to go back out, and I'm going to try it again. Let's see if this works better. Okay, baking for 100, to the answer, baking for 100, answer, return to the main menu board, baking for 200, baking for 200. I'm going to click to the answer, and it's taking me to baking for 200, the answer, and then return to the main menu board. Boom. So those ones work. Again, this is going to be a kind of a lot of copying and pasting and just trial by error. There's 2 of you there, so just try to work it out. I would recommend getting all of your formatting in place before you start copying and pasting, just because, as you can see, I now have to go and fix all the backgrounds and yada, yada, yada. So get your stuff in place, and maybe even get your hyperlinks in place. Not for the questions, because the questions are always going to lead to a different answer slide, but your answer slides can absolutely be copied and pasted just like that. And that way you don't have to do those additional hyperlinks. That just saves you one extra step. Okay. So this seems like a big job. It's not. It's a lot of fun. And my favorite part of this activity is actually taking the time in the class to go through them all. And then, yeah, once you're done that little column of 10 slides, then you get to go on to the others. So it is big. Make your questions always school appropriate, but as fun as possible. Okay, so that is it for me. I'm going to do another hyperlink here if you want to continue running the video. So I'm just going to highlight on my where I want the answer to be. I'm going to click on my hyperlink. I want my answer to be slide number 8. I'm going to say, okay, slide number 8 should already be hyperlinked back. I'm going to go to slide number 9, highlight the answer, and I'm going to go, to link, and I'm going to go to slide number 10, and I'm going to say, okay, and again, I'm looking for that sunshine preview in there. And then I'm going to go to number 11. I'm going to click in that guy there, hyperlink, and I'm going to go to number 12, and I'm going to say, okay. And then I'm going to go back to my beginning. I'm going to highlight number 300, and this is the part that I hate the most. So I need to go 300 for baking is number 7. So all of these should be in order. So I'm going to click on link here, and I'm going to go. So these are going to be odd number ones. So 3, 5, and then 7. And I'm going to say okay, and then this guy link 9. Okay, this guy, link 11. Okay. Okay. So sometimes linking them all at the same time is the easiest way to do it. I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to click on 300. Oops. Go back up here. Press there. I'm going to click on 300. It takes me to 300. Click on the answer. It takes me to 300 answer. Return to the main menu board. Click on 400. Takes me to 400. Click on the answer. It's the answer. Click on main board. Click on 500. Takes me to 500. Click on the answer. Takes me to the answer. Boom. Done. Okay. So it won't take you that long to set this up. Honestly, it won't. What will take you the longest time is coming up with the questions and answers. So yes, I hope that was pretty self-explanatory. I apologize for my voice. It's terrible. If you have any questions, please reach out.